SharePoint Hub Site gives you the capability to build logical associations between your other sites that you have. Everything in modern SharePoint is now a site collection. So they've really flattened out the architecture of all of your sites going forward. But that means that you have more flexibility to basically be able to adjust navigation and drive the relationships between those sites. So really the whole concept of a sub-site has really kind of taken a back seat. So with modern SharePoint, you really need to understand that there's really kind of two types of sites, and one's a communication site and the other is your team sites for collaboration. Your communication sites is what's required for a hub site. So it has to be a communication site first before you can make it a hub site. But once you have that set up, you have your hub site and it creates the association between, from that point, you have other sites that can join your hub. And when a site joins the hub, it picks up certain aspects from the hub. So things like theming, branding, search, navigation, all get basically pushed down from the hub so that you have consistent navigation across those. And it allows you to create those relationships. So in the screenshot here, you have HR, that's your hub site. So here you have your HR that has a series of child sites essentially associated with it, as well as sales and EMEA. The hub site is going to be the site that's going to push down that other information like the consistent search, branding, and navigation across of those, and helps you build that architecture across your company. Now, there's a couple things you need to know too about hub sites. Is there's a hard limit of 2,000 hub sites in a company. So for smaller companies, that's never going to be a problem. But in a large company with multinational and affiliates all over the world, you could run into that very quickly in a period of a year or two with hub sites if you just kind of let it grow. So you're going to want to manage the hub sites and all that you have. But that's the hub site. The other concept is a home site. And a home site is your default, your base intranet. So your root site at the top, company.intranet.com, or in this case, company.sharepoint.com, basically becomes your intranet, and that is your home site. And a home site is required for, so this is a look at a home site inside of SharePoint. And, it's your top level site, and it gives you a couple pieces of additional functionality that you're going to want to be aware of. And one of them is the app bar, is something that is now being pushed down to all of the tenants so that you get that navigation on the left-hand side there that gets you to your root site. It gets you to other SharePoint resources. It gets you to, recommended content. And we're going to show all of this, but that app bar and the global navigation that's also part of the hub site or home site is something that's required in order to get started using Viva. So I wanted to just kind of touch on that. I mentioned the communication sites and all already. So with that, as a background, I want to jump into Viva.